Well, here we are, guys, on the map Tal'Darim Altar, and we are all tied up 1-1, and this Protoss player in the red on the right side is looking to get a lead for himself in this best of 9 from SK. It is MC. And in the upper left, in the blue from TSL, he'd also like to get the lead, and he'd also like to knock MC off, claim the title of Fight Club champion. It is TSL.Polt.
And I've got to give it to Polt, especially coming from game number 1. We talked about it, a 40-minute game, which he came up a little bit short, was very, very difficult for him. You know, to kind of take that and turn it on its head and say, I don't care about the momentum issues. I don't care that MC just won this big game. I'm going to make things, I'm going to bring things back. So kudos to him.
Well, yeah, I mean, you see a lot of players get nervous and crumble and just try, like, random things to just win. You know, well, maybe I can just kind of surprise him, I guess, and get a win that way, and that's never a good way of thinking if you're in a long best-of situation, of course. So Polt's just like, you know what? I'm just going to play standard. I'm going to just make good decisions and try to win. And he won. So, yeah, bought himself a new lease on life. Essentially, we are now to a best of 7 instead of best of 9, so we've kind of reset, you know?
And Polt is going ahead, putting down that supply depot at the front, despite the fact that he's building his barracks at the back. A lot of players will do that because they want to see exactly when that probe is going to scout them. They don't want it to sneak by, drop in a pylon, the most annoying thing in the world.
Not a lot of fun, trust me.
Yeah, when you have a lot of units, like, oh, great.
Oh, in my base. Wonderful.
Yeah, wonderful.
Thanks for showing up.
Yeah.
Thanks for dropping by, stalkers.
And we do have gas for Polt. This is, of course, a little bit older map, so you see a little bit older, less macro-focused strategies. So there's a definite possibility that Polt's going to lead off with some sort of a 2-barracks attack at the beginning. Could even lead into tech. We're not sure yet.
Yeah, it's certainly possible. He probably wants to take care of that probe first, but he is saving up a lot of resources. We'll have to see if he decides to put down a barracks here or not. May decide to just get that reactor first. If it is going to be a 2 barracks, like you mentioned, we still do see 2 racks every once in a while on this map, but could also be just as easily something like a Reaper expand or something too.
And that SUV is just running around with 5 hit points, so trying to get himself away. But yeah, reactor is coming up, and it looks like the pro barely sees it, just at the edge there. So, but Polt throws down gas number 2 right away.
Yep, that's right. So, not going to be a 2 racks. It's actually going to be a 1-1-1 of some sort, probably.
Yes.
He could do something like a siege tank expand, which actually Polt has done once in a while. Remember, he used to be on Prime. Beyond/Ghost King is on Prime. Love to do the siege tank expand on this map, and so that is a possibility. Don't know why that was so hard to say suddenly, but there's a chance he'll do it. But I don't know. Could also be. It looks like it might be reactored Hellions too. I mean, it's a great build for this map. No ramp going into the main. You can get those in there, get some probe kills once in a while.
And we've seen Hellions able to overwhelm Protoss players at some points. It really has to catch people off guard, but we saw Marine King Prime even win a game with that against TT Sports White Rock during IPL 4 during their set.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Taking a look now, though, at Factory just about to finish up. He will have enough money for a starport and is saving up a fair bit of gas as well if he decides to go that route. We'll find out in just a second.
Yep, could be Cloak Banshees as well, and he is going to put down a starport. All right, yeah, and he's actually going to move the factory over. Actually, that's a really kind of cool little thing he did. He left those 2 next to each other just in case, MC got back in and saw it somehow. He would maybe think reactored Hellions, but no. Is probably going to be, could be Banshees.
Oh, a Cloak Banshees against a 4-gate. So is this Yield Map Tournament, or are we?
I think it might be. It might be. MC just straight up 4-gating Polt. Interesting decision here.
All right.
If Polt gets those Cloak Banshees out, that can very, very much change things, because Polt, of course, can lift his buildings in the case of losing his base, whereas MC, won't be able to get detection in time.
Right. So MC's moving back just for a second. Those 3 warp gates just finishing up. Of course, this is hitting a little bit of a snap decision. This is hitting a little bit later than you would want a super quick 4-gate to hit. As we can see, he's even got a lot of probes sitting around as well, excess probes. But of course, not giving it away too quickly yet.
Okay, so something really important just happened, actually.
Okay.
Polt saw that there were 3 stalkers with that. Now, a lot of times, if a Protoss is going for a macro build, you'll see like 2 stalkers and a zealot out there a lot of times, or like just 3 stalkers if it's like Creator Prime doing something like that. But the fact that it was a stalker and 3, or 3 stalkers and a zealot, that's a little bit suspicious. That's something that Polt should worry about, and you can see him immediately throw down a bunker too. So, yeah, he's definitely kind of got an idea that something might be afoot here.
Yeah, this is an interesting spot for a bunker, though, because if MC gets up that far, he's going to see the lack of a command center. So this is a little interesting because he could be if he goes through that, it's going to take forever for SCVs to come off the line and repair that.
It's a good defensive place for a bunker because he could get a decent concave with his units, I suppose. But I don't know, man. A 4-gate's pretty strong. Here we go. The Cloak Banshee is also on the way to MC's base, by the way, too.
Yes, it is, and that's going to go unchecked. There is no detection at all for MC, so he's going to have to win the game outright with this push. This is going to come down to a crazy end. He's immediately putting up a robotics facility. He knows the Banshee is overhead right now. He's gone through all the supply depots up at the front. That does effectively supply cap TSL.Polt. He's going to have to lose units before he can ever make anything again.
Yeah, Polt needs to try to get us around with these SCVs if he wants to have a chance of winning. Oh, he's actually going for the Zealots with the SCVs, which is so smart because it keeps the Marines alive.
Yeah.
Polt has a tank now as well. He might be able to push this back.
Okay, we'll take a look back over at MC side of things. The Banshee hasn't even cloaked yet. It's just decided to out DPS the individual Stalkers that have come down and killed 14 units. MC has to win right now.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think he's going to.
GG!